The internet thrives on mystery. Few stories, however, have captivated the digital world quite like the disappearance of Daniel Price. A travel vlogger known for his adventurous spirit and infectious enthusiasm, Daniel was documenting his stay at the Blackwood Inn, a secluded hotel with a checkered past. His last video, a chilling warning against booking room 209, sent his followers into a frenzy. The video vanished from his channel hours later. Daniel hasn't been seen since. The Blackwood Inn, nestled deep in the Redwood National and State Parks, had always been a subject of local folklore. Whispers of strange occurrences and unexplained events swirled around the property. But Daniel's disappearance thrust the hotel into the harsh glare of the global spotlight, particularly room 209. It was here, according to legend, that the boundaries between reality and nightmare blurred, and it was this room that Daniel in his final video claimed held a sinister secret. For decades, the Blackwood Inn stood as a silent sentinel, overlooking the rugged California coastline. It was a place of stark beauty, where towering redwoods met the crashing waves of the Pacific. But beneath the picturesque facade lay a current of unease, a history whispered in hushed tones. Locals spoke of the Blackwood Inn with a mix of fascination and fear. Stories circulated of guests disappearing within its walls, only to reappear days later with no memory of their time gone. Others spoke of strange noises, disembodied voices, furniture moving in the dead of night, and the feeling of being watched. The epicenter of these unsettling tales was undoubtedly room 209. It was said that the room shifted, its layout changing at will. Guests reported walls moving, furniture appearing and disappearing, and mirrors reflecting distorted images. Some even claimed to have seen a shadowy figure lurking in the corners of their vision, a specter tied to the room's unsettling history. Adding fuel to the fire were the accounts of former Blackwood Inn employees. Many refused to speak about their time at the hotel, their silence speaking volumes. However, a few brave souls like former housekeeper Eleanor Vance have come forward, sharing their chilling experiences. Eleanor, her voice trembling slightly, recounted her first encounter with room 209. Tasked with cleaning the room after a guest's abrupt departure, she felt an immediate wave of dread wash over her. The air grew thick and heavy, and a bone-chilling coldness seeped from the walls. As she tidied up, she could have sworn she saw the reflection of a man in the room's antique mirror, even though she was alone. Eleanor's experience, coupled with the countless other stories from guests and staff, painted a disturbing picture of room 209. It wasn't just a room, it was an entity, a living nightmare disguised behind an ordinary wooden door. Daniel Price, drawn to the allure of the unexplained, decided to confront the legend of room 209 head-on. He booked a stay at the Blackwood Inn, specifically requesting the infamous room. His initial videos were filled with his trademark humor and adventurous spirit, brushing off the local tales as mere superstition. But as his stay progressed, a palpable shift occurred in his demeanor. His once bright eyes grew shadowed with fear, his usual jovial tone replaced by a nervous stammer. In his final video, the footage of which was recovered from a backup server, the change in Daniel was undeniable. He was trapped, his voice a hushed whisper as he panned the camera around the room. The walls seemed to close in, the furniture contorted at odd angles, and then, for a fleeting moment, a figure appeared in the reflection of the mirror, tall, gaunt, and shrouded in darkness. The video ended abruptly, cutting off mid-sentence with a gasp of terror. It was a chilling testament to the unseen forces at play within room 209, a stark warning that vanished into the digital ether, leaving behind a chilling mystery. Section 5, the room that refused to die. The Blackwood Inn is gone, demolished just last year after a string of unexplained incidents and a significant drop in bookings. But the legend of room 209 refuses to be silenced. Some believe the room's power was tied to the physical structure of the hotel, and its destruction has laid the entity to rest. Others, however, believe that the demolition only served to unleash something far more sinister. Construction workers involved in the demolition reported strange occurrences. Tools went missing, only to reappear in impossible locations. Unexplained noises echoed from the rubble, and some even claimed to have seen a fleeting shadow lurking in the newly vacant lot. It was as if room 209, in its final act of defiance, had imprinted itself onto the very fabric of the land, refusing to be erased. Section 6, a haunting new chapter. The most unsettling theory, however, suggests that room 209 wasn't destroyed, it simply moved on. This chilling hypothesis posits that the entity inhabiting the room is not bound by physical constraints but exists on a different plane, capable of manifesting in any location it chooses. There have been whispers, unsubstantiated but persistent, of similar occurrences in other hotels across the country. Rooms with shifting walls, disappearing guests, and a palpable sense of dread, all bearing eerie similarities to the tales of the Blackwoods Room 209. Could it be that Room 209 is not a fixed location, but a malevolent force, drifting from place to place, choosing its next victims? The thought sends chills down the spines of even the most skeptical, a haunting reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved. Section 7. Seeking answers in the rubble. Even in its absence, the Blackwood Inn continues to fascinate and terrify. Paranormal investigators, drawn to the site like moths to a flame, have descended upon the now empty lot, hoping to capture evidence of the room's lingering energy. They come armed with EMF readers, thermal cameras, and EVP recorders determined to document any residual traces of the entity that haunted Room 209. Their findings, while inconclusive, have done little to quell the growing unease. Strange fluctuations in electromagnetic fields, unexplained cold spots, and faint disembodied voices captured on audio recordings all point towards an unsettling truth. Something lingers on the grounds where the Blackwood Inn once stood. Section 8. The Elusive Truth. The disappearance of Daniel Price, the chilling tales of Room 209, and the subsequent demolition of the Blackwood Inn have left an undeniable mark on the collective consciousness. It's a story that defies easy explanation, a chilling reminder that some mysteries may never be solved. Whether the entity that plagued Room 209 was a restless spirit, a dimensional anomaly, or something else entirely remains a subject of debate. The truth shrouded in shadow and speculation continues to elude us, but one thing is certain: the legend of Room 209 serves as a chilling reminder that some doors are better left unopened, some mysteries best left unexplored. Section 9. A warning to travelers. As you plan your next adventure, as you browse through countless hotel listings, remember the story of Daniel Price and the Blackwood Inn. Remember the chilling tales of Room 209, a room that may no longer exist in its physical form, but continues to haunt the darkest corners of the internet and the deepest recesses of our minds. And should you find yourself checking into a hotel, your heart pounding with a sense of unease, double-check your reservation. Make sure you haven't inadvertently booked a room with a number that sends shivers down your spine, because Room 209 may be waiting.